Welcome to our daily devotional for March 29th, 2021. Our verse for the day is from Psalm chapter 1, verse 3. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper in all that they do. Life for us can be very confusing and make us wonder what is right and what's wrong, and undermines our ability to make good decisions. However, God Himself has given us what we need by providing us an opportunity to enter into relationship with Him through Jesus Christ. God calls us to discard all of this confusion the world brings and instead follow the way, the truth, and the life of Jesus Christ. Now, the Bible repeatedly describes for us God's desire to be personally and intimately involved with us all. And to have this kind of relationship with God, it requires us to be committed to taking the time and the energy necessary to discern God's guidance and then act upon it. Prayer, Bible study, fellowship with other believers, worship, we have to be committed to all of these things in order for this to happen. Now, at times, it can seem like there's far too much evil in the world, and it can never, ever be beaten. The world itself, it desires to undermine yours and my hope and confidence in the Lord. Evil strives to weaken us and make us vulnerable to being misled. But God wants us to be secure enough to not be overcome by evil, but instead to overcome evil with goodness. You and I, we must strive to keep our minds set on the things that come from God's perfect nature, not the imperfect substitutes that the world offers us, and to stay focused on what God has in store for us, remembering that the battle between good and evil has already been won by Jesus Christ. We will not be easily confused by evil and darkness if we remember that the power and the might of God is available to us at all times to save and redeem us. God's victorious strength can always overcome fear, confusion, anxiety, and doubt. Jesus Himself has told us in John 16:33 to take heart, for I have overcome the world. Our passage for the day comes from Psalm chapter 1, verses 1 through 6, and I'll be reading to you from the New Living Translation of God's Holy Word. Oh, the joys of those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand around with sinners, or join in with mockers. But they delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper in all that they do. But not the wicked. They are like worthless chaff, scattered by the wind. They will be condemned at the time of judgment. Sinners will have no place among the godly, for the Lord watches over the path of the godly, but the path of the wicked leads to destruction. May God give us wisdom and strength and understanding from the reading of His holy word. Now, suggested additional readings to coincide with the theme of today's devotional come from 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 13 through 14, and 2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 3 through 12. Blessings to you and yours from the Ione Community Church.